Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of Hermits and Crafting. And we're here at Scar's Frontier Outpost, getting ready to add a whole new section to our underground survival base, and also do some incredible terraforming and landscaping behind our base in super fast build mode. So get out your landscaping tools, my friends, because we're gonna go and make this new land Scar-tastic. End of super fast build mode, and hopefully you enjoyed that terraforming time lapse of our brand new landscaping in our back section. Look at that, doesn't it add just an incredible new layer of immersion throughout this entire area? We have so much more to do, but I want to run something by you guys real quick before we head down into the underground regions. And you see this layer all the way across here. What are your thoughts on taking some dirt, some grass, and some little bits of plants and just adding it along the water's edge? Let me know. So add some grass, plants, and things of that nature. That is yes, and no would be to kind of keep it how it is. Potentially maybe even doing a little bit of brown clay along the edges, just something to kind of give it a good transition into the water. Give me your thoughts on that. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, but what I do know what I'm going to do is destroy my base. That's right, we destroyed my base here, and we destroyed my base there. In our last episode, of course, we made our tool and weapon showcase room, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's turn the corner here and take a look at the progress. So as you can see, we've got our tools up here. We've got a beautiful ceiling, and I destroyed it. Yeah, that's right. I destroyed it once again because, well, I've gotten a little carried away once again. And as you guys know, in the last episode, I talked about this would just be a little room for swords and, you know, what's the things with the string? With the wood, it bends, the bow and arrow. So we would have our bows and arrows and things of that nature in this room. Then I thought, well, I'll just make a little staircase going under here, and that's where the enchanter will be, in a place to store some books. Well, I got way too carried away, my friends. Absolutely way too carried away, but I kind of feel like that's a good thing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build this whole gigantic staircase. I've got a thing about spiral staircases lately. I'm not sure what it is, but I've just been loving spiral staircases. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start kind of opening this up and creating a whole new region of the base. And we're going to have some absolutely amazing designs down here. Spiral staircases are interesting little creatures, aren't they? It's kind of hard sometimes to really get it. So as you kind of swirl down, you don't bump your head on the remaining kind of floor that you'd left. Does that make any sense, or am I kind of going off on a tangent? I don't really know. I don't know ever. Anyway, so I'm just going to pull these blocks down like that. And yeah, that's maybe why I never get anything done around here. I start out with an idea and then I just take it a little too far, and then we never quite get it done. It would probably be better if I actually got it done. Then my little crazy ideas probably would be a little bit better. Hello, water. I would like you to go back where you came from. All right, let's go back where you came from. Thank you. There we go. Do we have any light we can add in here? Just one torch, just one single little torch. So as you can see, I've cut out these walls, and then I have 2 blocks going downwards and then some half slabs working its way down this way. So I think this will work out pretty good. As you can see, I'm going to probably bring this down just shy of the stone layer. So we're going to bring this down pretty close to leaving the mesa lands. And what we're gonna have down here is we're gonna have libraries, we're gonna have like enchanter, really fancy enchanters, things like that. I think will make this base really, really spectacular. And I think you guys will absolutely love it, but we're gonna kind of establish the details. Now I wanna go into a new, oh, hello. I think there's a ghost block right there. But it's not gonna, it doesn't look like it wants to go away. But what I was gonna talk about is I've been trying to incorporate an extra color into the build, an extra wood texture, an extra stone texture, and I haven't quite found that right texture until today. I tried about 4 different things, and I've been really considering incorporating a little bit of our acacia logs into the build. I'm thinking about keeping it more down to the lower level than the upper level. So as you continue to go down into the base, different blocks start to become more prevalent. And I think that might be a good idea. This is really driving me crazy, so I need to fix this. And there we go. Let's get rid of these ghost blocks. I don't know what's been going on. I just spent about 5 minutes with 1 bar logging on, logging off, resetting my router. It doesn't do anything. I don't know what's been going on with my connection lately. I built some of this and then it would turn out to be all just ghost blocks. It's just crazy. I just uploaded just under a 4 gigabyte file to YouTube in less than 20 minutes. My connection's great, but something about the server has just been not very happy, my friends. But as you can see, you can get the general picture on this staircase we're building down here. And we're gonna go down quite a bit, my friends. So we have lots of room to start building with. But as you can see, I think this is a really great staircase design. As you can see how we do this, we do a flat block of 2 and then a single layer here and then another flat, 2 by 2 here, and then a 1 by 1 there, and then just continue that pattern all the way down. And it's wide enough so you don't get too dizzy, and it's just, it's just got a great feel to it. So let me continue to go all the way down and I'll meet you at the bottom. And welcome back, my friends. And as you can see, we're starting to work on our back section here. Looks like we need to get ourselves a little bit more dark chocolate. There we go, looking good. And what we're going to be using on these back walls is just our dark chocolate blocks like we're installing right now. Now, what we're going to do to try to spruce this up a little bit, because, well, that's just going to be pretty boring if we're just going to have these dark solid walls all the way up there. There's not a lot of character to it. So that's where I want to start to address. So as you can see, that is kind of the basic premise of the design, but we're going to spruce it up here. If I can bring these guys all the way across here, and everybody say goodbye to impulse. There we go. Awesome. And cut those pieces like that. Awesome. There we go. So what we're going to do now is see in these little corners right here, that's where we can kind of carve in here and make it look like, it's kind of falling apart a little bit. It's got a little bit of dilapidation and things of that nature. So we can kind of add these blocks along here, maybe throw in something like that, come back around and maybe add something like that. There we go. Looking good. And then maybe a little bit of orange in this corner right there. Looking good. And then why don't we take out, no, we only have 1 block of white clay. But hopefully we'll be able to show you kind of my thoughts here. So maybe like right here, we can add a little bit of white and then maybe, oh, I need 1 more right there. But you guys will see what I mean. Oh, we have 2 light gray at this point. So as you can see, we can kind of cut those blocks in there like that and see how we can just kind of vaguely make out some of the shapes and designs to this. You can just see that you're still in the mesa, you're still there. But as you kind of cross down a little bit lower and here and there, you start to notice that the stone's starting to show through. And it just shows that the place is maybe a little old, a little rugged. And that, excuse me, I'm talking over here. I need you to go back over to your corner, okay? All right, I'll talk to you later. Employees, my friends, that's hard to get good help down here these days. There we go, put these along there. But that is speaking of employees. I know you guys, oh, where did you come from? You guys wanted to build employee kind of accommodations within the base. And I love that idea. That was one of the beautiful ideas you guys had come up with in our last episode when I asked what should we do for our interior caves and things of that nature. But as you can see, look, oh gosh, there's another one trying to get through. But as you can see, look at that. Doesn't that look really cool? I think we can kind of position these things in a little bit more of a realistic manner. But yeah, I really, really like that design. So let me kind of carry this on a little bit more and I'll meet you at the bottom. And welcome to the very bottom here. And this will be our future hub, which will have doorways leading into all sorts of new areas of the base. But let's take a look at some of the details we've added to our staircase. So as you can see, we're down at the stone level. And as we kind of progress all the way upwards, we start seeing some reds, we start seeing some yellows, some browns, and then some of our oranges, and of course then the grays, and of course the whites at the top, representing the kind of transitions of the mesa, which I think is really, really cool. It just adds like a really subtle little detail to our staircase, and I think that came out really nice. And of course we have our acacia log going up just to add that extra little contrast. But as you can see, we destroyed our wall, and I think it's time to fix our wall. So let's start working on that a little bit here. So nothing, oh, hello, a little bit of lag there. Nothing but a little bit of lag, my friends, which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? What can you do? All right, so next thing I want to do is I just want to scaffold up here, and I'm just going to use some logs to scaffold with here. So my thoughts are, I think we can kind of just cut out this block and this block here and there, and then just cut that in there like so, and just give it a little extra detail. Nothing too fancy right there. We could do, and let me just throw in just a little something just to see what it looks like. There we go. We could throw in a little something like that. This little transition here doesn't 100% make sense. It would make more sense to bring these two together. But let's just see what that looks like. We'll just try real quick. Let's cut those pieces out. Boom. And you guessed it. Bam. There we go. Slightly delayed bam. And then we'll grab out these guys and then we'll just repair some of the damage. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. I think that looks better. And then we can always, stick these guys back outwards like that. It just kind of, well, that's not what we're supposed to use. There, no, there you go, Scar. Come on. Scar fail number 3. There we go. I'm happy with that. I like that. I think that looks actually pretty good. Yeah, we could probably do a little bit more here and there, but for the most part, I want to keep it fairly simple. You can always just throw these guys down here just for good measure, but I think that's good. I think that's good. That's super simple, kind of just the way we wanted it. And then we can take these guys and maybe bring them upwards just a little bit as a little banister, just a little something there. Nothing too fancy. And then what we could do is take out these and maybe run those along here. And this just kind of acts like boards. I've always found that if you're kind of in a cave like this or a Western thing, you can always just throw in some slabs like this. And it just looks like slabs of wood that they kind of nailed together. And I think that looks nice. It just adds a bit of contrast to the area. But yeah, I think that looks good. So it's time to excavate that area down below, my friends. So let me get some supplies. Let me move our beacon a little bit closer. And then we're going to start to clear that out and then work on our hub. Thinking about our layout of this room, the reason I wanted to expand our doorway is that this is going to be a major part of the room. That's why I wanted to make it bigger and more substantial staircase and entrance. But my thoughts are to potentially move this row of our crafting tables and our anvils just to make the room flow a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think, if we should keep these or remove these. I'm kind of leaning towards remove, but I don't know. I wanted to get your guys' opinion. And as you can see, look at this thing. I love the little extra details we put into this wall. I think that really makes it quite a bit a little special, and I think that looks really nice. My friends, it is time to pull out super fast build mode once again because we've got to do some super excavation of this room. Super fast excavation mode, and welcome to, I don't know what this looks like. This looks like a seance room of some kind of creepy cult, or potentially McDonald's playland where the clowns roam and the french fries flow, and minus the clowns, that sounds like a great time. But let's move on, my friends, and we're heading on inside the seance circle apparently, and what we're going to start working on is getting our design settled. So as you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to create kind of a hub, and usually I use a lot of these in my designs, kind of a little hub spot where then the spokes kind of go outwards, and then you can find the different rooms in either area. One thing I want to do between the staircase and here is I want to do a little tunnel through some stone. I don't want it to be too long, but just a little bit of tunnel. And I want to talk a little bit more about that philosophy in just a minute. And I just want to kind of jump right in and kind of get started, get some blocks down, just start to establish some things. One of the reasons that I've made this base in a certain way is there's areas that are more kind of man-made, and then in between those areas, little hallways are a bit more rustic, if you will. Ooh, are we bumping up on ceiling? Oh, we are. The reason being is I was kind of going with a NORAD design. If you're familiar with NORAD, what it is these little, at least from the pictures I've seen, is these pictures that show that the base is built primarily in modules. So you'll kind of walk through stone and then you'll go into like something you just picture on the outside, like in the real world, if you will. So that's kind of the design. So if you say you walk into, a finished kind of building and you come out and you're all of a sudden you're in a stone cave, and that's kind of the design. And am I making any sense? I don't know. But that's kind of the thought process between these areas and between kind of, building things we built is these little tunnels of natural space. And you think of those up on the upper level, mainly made out of the mesa. All right, so in this little corner over here, you see that little guy right there? What we're gonna do is I'm going to fill that in with 2 different blocks. And I've been experimenting, and I want you guys to give me some feedback on this. I've been trying to decide which block to use. As you can see, I have the dark oak and I have the acacia. So these are kind of just accent pillars, similar to what we did in the staircase. I'm just trying to incorporate an extra block into the mix of colors. So A, acacia, B is dark oak, and let me know which one you like better. So acacia or dark oak, A or B, let me know, my friends, because I'm not 100% sure which one I like best. So let me kind of finish this area out a little bit, get a couple details built up, and I'll be right back. What did I tell you, my friends? The French fries are flowing. Look at all of this beautiful, beautiful potato. And that is what I think could be the final design. And I think I like this quite a bit. As you can see, we got the cool little pillars. We have the 3 styles of wood. We have acacia, oak, and of course dark oak in the corners there, just kind of hidden away. Now this might actually look good in there, but what I love about this is it's something a little different the farther we come down into the base here. As you kind of go upwards, you see some different colors, you come down some different colors. So I think that helps make it look a little cooler. And of course I broke more of my base up ahead, but there we go, my friends. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up this section in super fast build mode. And welcome back, my friends, and hopefully you enjoyed that super fast build mode as we built our brand new hub here, just looking absolutely spectacular with all sorts of beautiful layered detail and a lot of new colors and textures that we've added for this zone of the base, which I'm happy about, just mixing things up just ever so slightly. Now, you might be wondering what's through this corridor. Well, my friends, this is going to be a beautiful library where we're going to have bookshelves for all of our enchanted books that we have for our tool forge. I think that'll be really, really cool. Now, down in this corner over here, I was thinking about building some villagers, getting some villagers living out here, so we can get some books, but we'll see about that. I like being a customer of iBooks, but their stock has been so limited, and we're really behind on tools. So potentially we can open up some new lines of commerce there for our tool forge, but we'll see. Down in this area over here, this of course is going to be where we're going to have our enchanter, our tool repair station. So we'll have that area with an anvil, and then just a little button so we can push. If we lose an anvil, another one will pop down. Just simple little thing like that I think would be nice in that area. And yeah, there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed our designs that we've created today, from the landscaping to our cave and hub design. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you'll leave the videos a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.